guys, welcome to a new episode of game release news for February 2018. So I'm gonna keep the intro really brief because we have a ton of games to get through this month. But because there are a ton of games coming out this month, that means I had to forfeit a couple that I did want to put into the video that I do think are worth mentioning. And because there were so many and because I couldn't list every single one of them in the video, I do want to remind you guys, I always put my reference down in the description. So if you want to see the list of every single game that's coming out this month, list will be in the description. I recommend you guys do so because there might be some things that you're interested in that I just wasn't interested in enough to put in the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out all of the AAA games, all of the indies, and all of the DLC we're getting this month. Our first release is TANGLEDEEP. With 16-bit graphics and impressively deep RPG gameplay, I am really interested in this game. There's tactical turn-based combat and a customizable job system, which also features roguelike RNG dungeon crawling. I don't know much about the story other than the female protagonist enjoys exploring, but it does look right up my alley. Release date is the 1st on PC, Mac, and Linux. Final Fantasy XII: The ZODIAC Age. The remastered version of Final Fantasy XII is now on PC. It's been out on PS4 since July of last year, and I've been meaning to pick it up and replay it. Despite the story being a little bit too political for my taste, this is one of my favorite Final Fantasies of all time, and in my opinion has the best Final Fantasy combat system, bar none. Also, Fran and Balthier are super hot. Release date is the 1st on PC. EA Sports UFC 3. I'm personally not a fan of UFC or current generation sports games, so yeah, if you are, buy this game. It features new animation and motion technology and a career mode and shit. All good stuff. Probably. Release date is the 2nd on PS4 and Xbox One. Mercenary Kings Reloaded Edition. This is a remaster of the frantic side-scrolling action game Mercenary Kings. This game features 2 new playable recruits, robots, mecha armor, and 20 new weapons. Check it out if you're like me and you're into retro feel 2D games that are also super badass. Release date is the 6th on PC, PS4, Xbox One, the Switch, and PS Vita. Marooners. The graphics of this game reminds me of Yooka-Laylee, but the gameplay reminds me of a bootleg Mario Party. It's basically just multiplayer competitive minigames, which could either be fun or terrible. It's been on PC since 2016, but if it looks cool to you, the release date is the 6th on PS4 and Xbox One. Remnants of NAEZITH. From first glance, I thought this game would be a Japanese action RPG or something, but this is actually more like a Japanese Meat Boy with better graphics and a grappling hook. It's fast, it's challenging, and it looks kind of dark. Release date is the 6th on PC. Shadow of the Colossus. This is definitely the biggest release this month. Shadow of the Colossus is a game I've anticipated for a while now, and it's finally coming out and only on PS4. Spacious lands, ancient monsters, and majestic as fuck graphics. This game is simply fucking beautiful. I sincerely hope it's as amazing as it looks. Release date is the 6th exclusively on PS4. The Forbidden Arts. Sounds like some Kama Sutra shit. At first, I thought I would be omitting this one from the video, but after watching some gameplay, it really looks appealing. This is an action-adventure RPG that feels like a 3D adventure game. Hard to explain, but I tried. Just look at the footage. Phoenix is having visions, so he talks to a druid that reveals his inner pyromancy. Now he must save the world from an evil necromancer. That's pretty much the premise of the entire game. If that sounds interesting to you, release date is the 7th on PC, Steam, Early Access. Treasure Adventure World. Okay, so this game wins the award for most generic game name ever, but it actually looks pretty polished. You play as a boy and his bird searching for legendary treasure through puzzle solving and side-scrolling exploration. It's colorful, you have a bird, so in my book, it's worth a try. Release date is the 7th on PC. Little Triangle. There's so many cute and interesting 2D indies coming out this month. I actually ended up having to skip over quite a few good ones as well. So if you're an indie lover like I am, make sure you check the link in the description. This one is a fun to play but challenging platformer that also features a battle royale mode and tons of different skins for your triangle. Yeah, you're a triangle dude. Release date is the 8th on PC. Attack of the Earthlings. This game is super enticing to me personally because it reminds me a lot of one of my favorite childhood games, Machine Hunter, but with some turn-based combat similar to XCOM. It's supposed to be a dark and comedic single-player campaign where you are an alien defending your planet from Earthling invaders. Cute juxtaposition. Release date is the 8th on PC. Civilization 6: Rise and Fall. Civ 6 is getting its first major expansion this month. It features new story involving the Queen of Korea, 8 new civilizations, tons of new world and natural wonders, new buildings and districts. Also, new historic milestone moments in history that depict everything from the Golden Ages to the Dark Ages. Seems like a pretty hefty amount of content. Release date is the 8th on PC. Die. And no, that wasn't supposed to be a kill yourself command. Here's another adorable retro feel Super Meat Boy-esque precision platformer that's coming to Xbox One this month. It's been out since last year on PC, Mac, and Linux, so whichever platform you prefer, if you like this kind of rage-inducing game like I do, check it out. Release date is the 8th on Xbox One. Kitty Powers Love Life. I don't know what the fuck is happening in this game, so here's the trailer.
Ooh. Hello kittens, I'm Kitty Powers, star of Kitty Powers Matchmaker. Thanks to you kittens, business is bulging and our humble operation has become a throbbing organisation.
There's also supposedly a thing called, quote, Kitty Powers Matchmaker, end quote. I don't know if that's some fucked British show or another game. This appears to be a dating/city management sim akin to Honeycomb Studios or something. Release date is the 8th on PC. Pinstripe. This is an emotionally charged action game with gorgeous gothic yet cute graphics. You must go into the afterlife to search for your 3-year-old daughter who is kidnapped and battle your demonic nemesis, Mr. Pinstripe. Release date is the 8th on Xbox One and the 13th on PS4. The game is already out on PC. The 7 Deadly Sins: Knights of Britannia. This is a game directly related to the manga of the same name with anime graphics and a fighting style reminiscent of the more 3D Dragon Ball Z games. Play through the most memorable fights and adventures from the manga series this month. Release date is the 9th on PS4. Rise of Industry. I honestly don't know who this game is targeted toward because it's about building your own industry as a capitalist, but with very socialist, anti-capitalism undertones. It's just a cute strategic tycoon sim game with a clearly cynical message about capitalism and industrialism. If you're into this kind of thing, check it out. Release date is the 9th on PC's Steam Early Access. Descenders. I honestly don't think I've seen a game quite like this one. It's a unique and extreme downhill free-riding biking game with huge generated worlds and no room for mistakes. Seems like a good time. Release date is the 9th on PC and everything else is TBA this year. Crossing Souls. This game is set in 1986 California. It's a pretty unique retro feel game with cutscenes that look like they come straight out of an 80s cartoon. You control 5 friends who stumble upon a government conspiracy. They each have abilities that allow you to fight and solve puzzles in different ways. This actually seems deeper gameplay-wise than a lot of the similar looking indies I've played. Release date is the 13th on PC and PS4. Mac and PS Vita are to be announced. The Fall Part 2 Unbound. If someone has played part 1 of this game, please let me know in the comments. This game looks so confusing, but also really, really cool. From the trailer, it looks like you play a hot blonde bimbo who's infected by some emotionless AI, but also still has a bit of thought autonomy. So basically, you control me. The description says, and I quote, "In a desperate attempt to save herself, Aerith invades several other robots with different personalities and gameplay styles." Seems like some crazy shit. Release date is the 13th on PC, PS4, and the Switch. Kingdom Come: Deliverance. Another Western RPG with a medieval feel and epic trailer that's in first person, which makes it entirely unplayable and uninteresting to me. The designer of the game worked on the Mafia series, and this game follows a young blacksmith in medieval Europe who is trying to fulfill his father's dying wish, but after losing everything in the war. The combat system allows you to wield either a sword or a bow in large-scale battles as well as one-on-one skirmishes. Awkwardly enough, the description states verbatim, "You will not find any dragons, half-naked elven warriors, or wizards in Kingdom Come Deliverance. At no point will you have to collect 7 pieces of a legendary magic staff to defeat an ancient evil bent on destroying the world with an army of demons. We think there are enough such games out there." Wow, the Skyrim hate. By the way, what the fuck is wrong with half-naked elves? Release date is the 13th on PC, Mac, Linux, PS4, and Xbox One. South Park: The Stick of Truth. The Stick of Truth is finally coming out on current-gen consoles this month after already being out on PC, PS3, and the 360 for a few years now. This game is actually really amazing, so if you've played The Fractured But Whole, but you never played The Stick of Truth, you should get on that like right now. Release date is the 13th on PS4 and Xbox One. Owlboy. This is actually one of my favorite indie 16-bit story games of all time. It's honestly not a very long game, but it's gorgeous, emotional, and has great gameplay mechanics. You play as an underwhelming owl boy and his friends. Trust me, you'll love it. It's been on PC for about 2 years, but now it's on all the things. No excuse not to try it now. Release date is the 13th on PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch. The Longest 5 Minutes. No, this isn't a game about your first sexual experience. The trailer doesn't offer much info on this game, but the premise is actually quite interesting. You're playing through the history of a hero, trying to unlock as many memories as possible, and it appears your success in unlocking said memories will affect his final battle against an evil overlord, which only lasts for a total of 5 minutes. The lifetime of his memories led him to the final 5 minutes of his heroship. I'm actually really interested to see how this 8-bit RPG plays. Release date is the 13th, some consoles come out in the UK on the 16th, and it'll be available on PC, PS Vita, and the Switch. Radiant Historia: Perfect Chronology. Radiant Historia was originally released on the DS in 2011, and the 3DS version will feature more story and gameplay than the original with updated presentation. I absolutely love Atlas RPGs, so to me, this is definitely worth checking out, especially if you played the original. Release date is the 13th on the 3DS. Dynasty Warriors 9. This is another popular-ish release we have coming out this month. Over-the-top hack and slash with deep stories is back. You get to choose a character and follow his unique story through 13 different chapters, learn about the military and political machinations of the unifaction of China this month. That was a mouthful, unlike most Chinese men, presumably. Feel free to unsubscribe. Release date is the 13th on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Super Seducer. Get this, guys. This is a live-action, choice-based seduction game. I'll let some of the trailer speak for itself, but this shit looks fun. Also, the dude in the live action who's doing the seducing is a world-renowned pickup artist who will give you tips along the way and tell you what you've done wrong if you choose the wrong choices. I must stream this. Release date is the 14th, Valentine's Day, on PC, Mac, and PS4. Secret of Mana. By the way, I hate people who say mana. We've got a Secret of Mana 3D remake with upgraded gameplay this month. If you're a fan of the Mana series or Square Enix, you definitely have to check this one out. Release date is the 15th on PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation Vita. Fair. Or fee. So this game looks absolutely amazing. It looks like a beautiful 3D version of those Limbo-style silhouette games. I really think this one is gonna be great. It's got the indie feel because it's a small development company, but as it's published by EA, it's got big money backing. I actually think this one is gonna be on the level of Unravel and Little Nightmares. So good. The release date is the 16th on PC, PS4, the Switch, and Xbox One. Metal Gear Survive. The other really big release this month, and one I'm really excited for, despite being pretty behind in the franchise, is Metal Gear Survive. This is a direct sequel to Ground Zeroes, but the coolest part is it supports co-op up to 4 players. The game uses the Fox engine, and well, it looks fucking gorgeous. I cannot wait to play this game with Jay, and all I have to do to catch up at this point is to play Ground Zeroes, so it shouldn't be too long before I can. Release date is the 20th on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. Oh, I want to play this game so bad. It has everything I want in a JRPG. Action, player choice, RPG elements, and notable characters from previous games and the anime series. The only problem for me is I have not finished the anime yet. Release date is the 23rd on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Past Cure. This game looks enigmatic and interesting as fuck. I was actually given a media copy of this game last month, but I never got around to trying it on stream. It's a third-person sci-fi thriller with action and stealth gameplay and a survival horror feel. It looks really cool, and I should be trying it soon on stream, probably before the release, so if you want to check it out before you buy it, follow me on twitch.tv/TaraBabcock. I'd appreciate it. Release date is the 23rd on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Gravel. Gravel boasts that it's the only racing game in the market that features such extreme off-road components. It utilizes Unreal Engine 4 for its impressive and realistic graphics, motion, lighting, and particle effects. Recently, I've been put off by the current gen racing games pretty badly, and this one actually looks interesting to me, so maybe I'll give it a try. Release date is the 27th on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Okay, so now we have the obligatory list of things that aren't necessarily new releases, but they're going to be ported to the Switch. I think it's important to go through these because you want to know if your favorites are going to the Switch, and you also get to find out some things that might become your favorites that you've never played before because they're being ported to a different console. So let's just run through these real quick. SteamWorld Dig A Fistful of Dirt. SteamWorld Dig A Fistful of Dirt is coming to the Switch this month. If you haven't played this game yet, it's a Metroidvania style game with mining and exploration as its core mechanics. Release date is the 1st on, obviously, the Switch. Night in the Woods Weird Autumn Edition. The director's cut of Night in the Woods is coming to the Switch. I've heard such amazing things about this game, though I've never actually played it myself. It's story-based, colorful, and has tons to explore, especially in the expanded version. Maybe this is the reminder I needed to pick this one up. Release date is the 1st. If you ask for what console, I will slap you. Skyforce Reloaded. The classic retro shooter with not-so-classic graphics and epic explosions is on the Switch starting today. Disc Jam. Scratch what I said earlier about current sports games. This one is actually cute and it reminds me of the NBA Jam games I used to play as a kid. Except it's like tennis combined with frisbee or something. It's coming to the Switch this month on the 2nd, but it's also already out on PC and PS4. The Darkside Detective. This cute pixelated detective game is coming to the Switch this month. I'm a huge fan of murder mystery style games and missions, as well as 8-bit retro graphics, so I might actually pick this one up. It's also out on PC, Mac, and Linux. Release date is the 7th. Dragon Quest Builders. The action sandbox version game with Dragon Quest characters is coming to the Switch this month. I'm not into sandbox games much, but I hear this one is good. Release date is the 9th. ZODRIFTER. You might remember this retro feel action exploration game from 2014 and 15 on all the consoles, but now it's on the Switch. If you loved it back then, or you think it's cute now, check it out. Release date is the 15th. Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. Both installments of Bayonetta are being ported to the Switch this month. I was so happy when I saw that Bayonetta was ported to PC, but then depressed when I found out Bayonetta 2 will not be. I suppose this will have to be my platform for number 2. Release date is the 16th. Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. This eye-popping 3D-infused Pac-Man game is getting a port to the Switch this month with new surprises. I haven't gotten around to actually playing the game even though I do own it, but it does look hectic and fun. Release date is the 22nd. Payday 2 CRIMEVAVE Edition. Experience the action-packed crime sprees and all paid DLC as well as all free updates on this Switch version of the game, as well as Clover, the first female heister. Much feminism. Release date is the 27th. Okay, so the remainder of the things I'm going to be talking about in this video are all things that are scheduled to be released in February but do not have a specific date. If you know any of the actual dates, post them in the comments and I'll update them in the description. Battlefield 1 Apocalypse. Battlefield 1 is getting DLC sometime this month with unique desperation-born weapons and post-apocalyptic dystopian nightmarish horrors. Horrors, not horrors. Release date is I have no fucking clue, and the platforms are PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Moss. This is a PSVR game about a little mouse. It's a single-player action-adventure game with a fully immersive environment. Call of Duty World War II: The Resistance. So, we did talk about this last month, but this is the PC version of the first expansion for Call of Duty World War II, and it's also expected this month, but purportedly not confirmed. Platform is, as stated, PC. Middle-earth Shadow of War: Blade of Galadriel. I still need to play this game as I fucking loved the first one. Like, so much I made a Why I Love episode for it. Link in the description. Anyway, it's getting an expansion this month. You get to play as an assassin known as the Blade of Galadriel and fight against the latest additions to the Nazgul ranks with new abilities, skills, and gear. It'll be released sometime this month on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. We got through it all and it only took me restarting my footage once. Maybe you guys don't know, but filming on a DSLR, for some reason, it cuts the video once at 15 minutes and then stops the footage recording altogether at 30 minutes. And there's no way to change that setting. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you did. If you want to support my Patreon or my Twitch channel, I would highly appreciate that. Links are in the description as well as any updates I have that I've heard from you guys. As always, if you guys have any corrections for me or any extras, I can pop them in the description. Also in the description will be the Why I Love Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor video and my references for everything you see here today, so if you want to check out the other games that I didn't mention in the video, go right ahead. Let me know in the comments which games you're going to buy this month or which you're at least interested in. Thank you so much for supporting and I'll see you next month. I should have more list type videos and stuff now that I actually have a setup here, and I've started to put acoustic tiles all over the place, so hopefully it sounds a little bit better. It's not finished yet though. But there is something I have to show you before I go. It's so cute. Hold on. That. So cute!